Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Okay, so today we continue our lesson with diagonalization. Okay, so objective for today's lesson is to determine whether a square matrix A is diagonalizable or not, then obtain the invertible matrix P that diagonalizes matrix A, and obtain the diagonal matrix D where D equal to matrix P inverse times by matrix A times by matrix P. Okay, so condition to determine whether a matrix is diagonalizable or not. Okay, so let A be an n by n square matrix. Okay, so the diagonalization problem is to find an invertible matrix P such that the product P inverse times A times P is a diagonal matrix. Okay. Okay, so sekiranya wujud satu matriks P dengan keadaan inverse matriks P darabkan dengan A darabkan dengan matriks P menghasilkan satu diagonal matriks. Okay. Oleh itu kita boleh katakan matriks A ni adalah diagonalizable. So here the definition. So let A be an n by n square matrix. A is diagonalizable if there exists an invertible matrix P such that P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. If such a matrix P cannot be obtained, then A is not diagonalizable. For example, this one. So apa tu yang dikatakan diagonal matrix tu? Okay, so sebelum ni korang dah belajar. Okay, so ni P inverse times A times B nanti akan menghasilkan diagonal matrix. So this one given A, this one be a diagonalizable matrix with the corresponding invertible matrix P, which is this one, so that P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. Okay, so first we need to find the P inverse. Okay, so to find the P inverse, we need to find the determinant of P. Sebab ni 2 by 2 punya matrix. So 2 by 2 senang sikit lah nak cari inverse dia. Okay, so P inverse is equal to 1 over determinant of P, negative 3 times by so terbalikkan negative 1, 1, so negative 1, 1, and for 1 and 2 this one put negative, so negative 1, negative 2. Then we have this inverse, and then with P inverse AP, so equal to this one. Okay, so P inverse times by A produce this matrix, so which is equal to 1 over 3 plus 4 over 3, so 5 over 3, then 4 over 3 plus 6 over 3, 10 over 3, and 1 over 3 minus 2 over 3, negative 1 over 3, and 4 over 3 minus 3 over 3, 1 over 3. Then times by matrix P, so 1, 2, 1, negative 1. So this equal to, so 5 over 3 times by 1, so 5 over 3, 10 over 3 times by 1, so plus 10 over 3, and 5 over 3 times by 2, 10 over 3, plus negative 1 times 10 over 3, so minus lah. So minus 10 over 3, and negative 1 over 3 times 1, negative 1 over 3, plus 1 over 3 times 1, so 1 over 3. Then negative 1 over 3 times by 2, so negative 2 over 3, and 1, okay, so plus 1 over 3 times negative 1, so minus 1 over 3. So minus 1 over 3. So we have here 5 over 3 plus 10 over 3, 15 over 3. So 15 over 3 is 5. And 10 over 3 minus 10 over 3, 0. Negative 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, 0. And negative 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3, negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. So this one we call it as diagonal matrix. Nombor dia ada dekat diagonal saja. Selain daripada diagonal, dia akan kosong. So hence it is clear that P negative 1 AP is a diagonal matrix, or you can write down here shown, ditunjukkan, sebab soalan suruh tunjukkan. Okay. So maksudnya kalau wujud matrix P ni, so kita boleh katakan A ni adalah diagonalizable. Okay, so tapi macam mana nak cari P ni? So P ni panjang lah sikit nak cari, sebab this P is related to eigenvector. Okay, so ni saya tunjuk. So this one, forming matrix P and matrix D, and what is it actually for matrix D? So tadi kan yang korang buat P inverse AP tu, So this one actually matrix D. Okay, so this one, if v1, v2, vn are linearly independent eigenvectors for a matrix A n by n corresponding to the n distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n. So meaning that lambda 1 menghasilkan eigenvector 1, lambda 2 produce eigenvector 2, and then lambda n produce eigenvector vn. So setiap lambda ni akan menghasilkan satu eigenvector ataupun satu basis lah. So dalam eigenvector tu yang lepas kan korang belajar kan, so ada yang satu lambda akan menghasilkan dua basis dalam satu eigenvector. Tapi ni dalam ni dikatakan satu lambda tu menghasilkan satu basis. So setiap basis-basis tu kita akan ambil letak dekat sini. For the first eigenvector, put here second eigenvector and n eigenvector. And then for the matrix D, so all the diagonal this one consists of the eigenvalues. Eigenvalues 1, eigenvalues 2, and eigenvalues n. The rest is 0. So tapi kalau nak cari matrix P ni, kira jalan kerja dia panjang. Okay, so therefore to short form the step, so we have this kind of theorem. Okay, so theorem 1. A matrix A n by n is diagonalizable if and only if A has a linearly independent eigenvectors. So ada n linearly independent eigenvectors. So kalau A 3 by 3, so dia akan ada 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. Kalau A 4 by 4, so dia akan ada 4 linearly independent eigenvectors. Inilah sebab P ni terhasil daripada eigenvectors. Tapi still panjang lah kalau guna theorem 1 ni. So kita ada next theorem, theorem number 2. So theorem number 2 said that if v1, v2, vn are the eigenvectors for a matrix A n by n corresponding to the n distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2 until lambda n, then the set of eigenvectors v1, v2, vn is a linearly independent set. So dia nak kata kat sini, sekiranya v1, v2, vn ni adalah eigenvectors yang terhasil daripada lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n. So maksudnya lambda 1 menghasilkan satu eigenvectors, lambda 2 menghasilkan lagi satu eigenvectors, lambda n menghasilkan lagi satu eigenvectors. So maksudnya satu-satu lah. So dulu kalau sebelum ni dia ada lambda 1 yang repeating kalau tak silap. So lambda 1 1. So ni kan kadang kalau ingat sebelum ni dia akan ada eigenvector macam ni. Ni contoh, okay? So contoh. So this one 2 lah. So this one akan ada 2 basis. So maksudnya lambda 1, satu nombor ni menghasilkan 2 basis. So yang ni nanti cara dia lain lah. Nak tunjukkan dia ni diagonalizable or not. Okay. So this one dia kata untuk setiap eigenvalues ni dia akan menghasilkan 1. So daripada theorem ni v1, v2, vn ni adalah linearly independent. So from these two theorem, so therefore we can use if a matrix A n by n has n distinct eigenvalues, so bermaksud dia ada n eigenvalues yang berbeza, so then A is diagonalizable. So maksudnya kita boleh tunjukkan just kita tengok dia punya eigenvalues. Kalau dia ada n eigenvalues yang berbeza, so kita boleh terus conclude yang A itu adalah diagonalizable. Okay, so example this one. So determine whether the following matrices are diagonalizable. Okay, so first find the eigenvalues. So A minus lambda I determinant equal to 0. Okay, so find determinant 7 minus lambda negative 6 negative 4 2 minus lambda equal to 0. Okay, so find the eigenvalues. So 7 minus lambda, then 2 minus lambda, then minus negative 6 times negative 4 positive 24 equal to 0. So this one expand. 7 times by 2 14. 7 times negative lambda, so negative 7 lambda. Negative lambda times by 2 negative 2 lambda. Negative lambda times negative lambda positive lambda and minus 24 equal to 0. So this one square, okay? So we have here lambda square negative 7 lambda minus 2 lambda, negative 9 lambda, then 14 minus 24, negative 10, which is equal to 0. And then factorize, so we have lambda minus 10 and lambda plus 1 equal to 0. So we have the eigenvalues, which is equal to first one equal to 10, and the second one equal to negative 1. So eigenvalues, lambda equal to negative 1 and 10. Okay. So since A has two distinct eigenvalues, so A is diagonalizable. Okay. So diagonalizable. So sebab dia ada dua eigenvalues yang berbeza, so dia 2 by 2, so this one is 2 by 2, and it has two distinct eigenvalues. Okay, so for the B, okay, so find eigenvalues for the B. So using determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0, so we have 3 minus lambda 0 0, 2 negative 2 minus lambda, and here 0, then negative 1 0 negative lambda equal to 0. So find the determinant using the cofactor expansion along the first row. So I use first row. So we have negative 1 power of 1 plus 1, then times by determinant of 2 minus lambda negative 2. So negative 2 minus lambda 0 0 negative lambda equal to 0. Kejap. Okay, so negative 1 power of 1 plus 1, and then 3 minus lambda. Okay, so saya tertinggal. Then negative 2 minus lambda 0 0 negative lambda, which is equal to 0. So negative 1 power of 2 positive 1, so we have 3 minus lambda. And for this one, negative 2 minus lambda times by negative lambda minus by 0 equal to 0. So we have 3 minus lambda, negative 2 minus lambda, and negative lambda equal to 0. So the eigenvalues, so we have 3 minus lambda equal to 0, so lambda equal to 3, and negative 2 minus lambda equal to 0, so lambda equal to negative 2, negative lambda equal to 0, so lambda equal to 0. So eigenvalues, lambda equal to negative 2, 0, and 3. So since A has 3 distinct eigenvalues, so A is diagonalizable. Okay, so ni kita check gunakan distinct eigenvalues. So katakan kalau dia bukan distinct eigenvalues, let's say dia ada eigenvalues lambda equal to 1 1 2, so this one tak berbeza, so dia berulang 2 kali benda yang sama. So this one we need to use this theorem number 4. So theorem number 4, a matrix A n by n is diagonalizable if and only if the geometric multiplicity equal to algebraic multiplicity for every eigenvalue of A. So algebraic multiplicity, this one, so berapa kali dia eigenvalues tu berulang. This one, that one we call it as algebraic multiplicity. Okay, so berapa kali dia berulang, macam ni dia 2 kali. So for lambda equal to 1, so the algebraic multiplicity is equal to 2, so dia 2 kali berulang. For the geometric multiplicity, so this equal related to the number of bases for the eigenspace. Okay, so number of bases for the eigenspace related to lambda equal to 1. So kalau kita buat lambda equal to 1, okay, so dia berkaitan dengan bilangan basis untuk eigenspace. Okay, so nanti kita tengok example. Okay, so kita sambung pada kelas akan datang. So that's all for our class today. So see you later. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.